Welcome to Ultimate Autographs. If you were looking for the internet's most exciting and interactive live break room, then you have come to the right place. We are opening live break mystery boxes featuring the biggest names from across the sports world every single day. If you're new to breaking with us, we can help break it down and make it as easy to understand as possible. First, head over to the live break page and look for a series that suits your interests. Most of our series will have 8 spots, which represent the 8 NFL divisions, but other sports breaks or mixers may vary. If you purchase one spot, that means you have a 1 in 8 chance to win that item at an extremely discounted rate. Next, click Add to Cart to purchase your live break spot. Once you've completed your checkout, tune into the next available live breaks broadcast on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube at noon, 3, or 6 p.m. Central Time any day of the week. As you watch, you will see your name appear on the screen when your specific break begins. Your name will go into the randomizer and will be randomized a specific amount of times based on that evening's dice roll number. Once randomization is over, the list of names of people that bought into that live break will be matched up with a specific division. If the item that is pulled from the mystery box matches your division, congratulations, you just won an incredible piece of signed memorabilia. Want to guarantee yourself an item as opposed to testing your luck? Some of the series that you see on the live break page can be purchased under the mystery box tab of our website. Those boxes could either be shipped directly to your door or open live on the air before being sent to you. While you are there, make sure to sign up for our Signature Points Club. This exclusive club earns you points toward specific discounts, signed items, or exclusive events each and every time you buy at ultimateautographs.com. The moment you have been waiting for has come. Let's break some signed memorabilia.
And welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, the Ultimate Autographs Break Room, 9 a.m. hour, 9 a.m. breaking hour. Waking and breaking. How are we doing today, everybody? Welcome in, welcome in. Good morning, good morning. Nick Johnson here. Mike Napolitano to my left. How you doing, Mike?
I'm good. We had a great day yesterday. I was here with you at the 9 and noon shows, and then I was with Steven for the 6 p.m. So a full day of breaking, ready to get right back to it, although I'm only here at the 9 today. So
yeah, same here, same here.
Yeah.
Obviously, exactly. Not slogging it, not gonna be here all day, but that's okay. Ready to rock and roll. Let's have some fun now.
Yeah.
Have some fun right now while we're doing that then. So let's go ahead, let's get the day started. We got tons of fun going around. Let's see. 60% chance of the headliner hit the black and blue half and half. Just opened up some new jerseys, so 12 headliners and 28 boxes in there. Essentially, again, opened up the brand new diamonds around the 3 o'clock hour yesterday, so those are all fresh and new. So we got 3 vault keys with 5 headliners on 14 boxes in the vault section, 9 headliners and 19 boxes in the practice squad, 3 on 13 in the minis, which are 2 away, by the way. And 1 and 4 is looking pretty good. 9 headliners on 17 boxes. Gotta see that Hulk Hogan, in my opinion. Well, that's just me, folks. Let's see how you guys are doing. Everybody ready to rock and roll? Good morning, good morning. I'm going to go ahead and hit the little refresh on the restream just so I can see a more accurate reading of everybody. As we got 13 people across the board here on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook, all ready to rock and roll. Let's go ahead and get the show started with a little bit of a dice roll. We got to get our Chase wheel spin on the day, on the morning. Let's go ahead and do that.
And then we have a pre-fill.
Oh, we already got a pre-fill?
We do, yeah.
Nice. Was it that minis?
It is the minis.
Nice. Because that was 2 away right before we were getting online, ready to roll. We need a 6 or higher for our dice roll, and 7 is exactly that. It is 6 or higher. So let's go ahead. It's going to be nice and easy, quick spinning today. Going to be 7 times around on the dice roll. And we need our Chase wheel spin. Hopefully it is our minis, because that'd be fun for the people that already filled it up. So let's go ahead, hit the Chase wheel spin wheel. Hopefully that's it. I'm not quite sure. Let's see which one is our. This should. There we go.
There you go.
Now it wanted to load. Thank you. Very cool. So we got all of our boxes all ready to roll. All of our sections ready to go. Let's see what we're gonna land on. Just passed up the minis. It is the black and blue. It's got 10 boxes left. So like I said, I'm gonna adopt Rip's little gimmick in the beginning. If it's 10 boxes or less, I'm gonna go ahead and add a second one. So let's do black and blue and diamonds vault. It's gonna be black and blue and the vault. Okay, cool. That works out for me. If it works out for you guys, so let's attack. It's gonna be the black and blue and the vault.
Very nice.
Randomizer down. Chase. Be black and blue. Half and half. And vault. There we go. So one chase wheel spin, but we're going to combine both categories right there. So if you buy into the black and blue half and half and that gets broken into, your name will get thrown in there, as well as in the vault. So you buy into a vault break, that gets broken into, your name will go in there however many times, however many boxes are broken into. So if it's a double box, two names in there. Quad box, your name gets in there 4 times around. So let's go ahead and see what we're close. Oh, yeah, exactly right. Never mind. No need to do that because like you just mentioned, we have a pre-fill.
Yep.
You got those minis all set, ready to roll. So that would be mini number. Let's go ahead and hit the bottom really quick.
I'll have that ready in just a moment.
That would be mini double box number 7. So please drop me 2 box numbers. Like I said, we'll hit this pre-fill, guys. Well, then we'll bounce around, see what we're looking like here in the UA break room on the day. Firing off to all 3 of our platforms as of right now, Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube, making sure we're liking, sharing, subscribing all over there. And then we're also following over on the Instagram, over on the Tickety Tockety as well, making sure we're keeping up to date on anything and everything that is Ultimate Autographs. Look at a box number. Those are scrolling across the bottom. I got Sarah chiming in with 13 and 20.
All right.
We have 13 and we have 20. Oh, actually, we do not have 20. Looking at the minis, we do have 13. So if you want to do 13 and then one of those other numbers that are currently scrolling on the bottom, should be right. So we'll take 13. So yeah, Mike, if you want to drop another number, let me know. We have 8 through 10, 12 through 14, except for 13 now, of course. 23, 25 through 30. We'll go with 18. 18. So 13 and 18 coming off the board. We don't have 18, dude? Oh. Yeah, yeah, my apologies. We have 8. We do not have 18, so apologies again on that one.
8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 23, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30.
We got 23? Okay. All right, 23 works. Sorry about that. We got 23, though. So 13 and 23 coming off the board. Did that double check-in. All set, ready to roll. Cool, cool, cool. But in that sense, let's go ahead and grab everyone's name, and we're going to go 7 times around. There we go. 7 times around. Again, sorry about the delay on that one. All set, ready to roll, though. Awesome possum. Well, sitting at the NFC North, we got Greg Rosen, Brian Nagy at the NFC South, Michael Lepre, our box caller, in the NFC East, Parker Taylor, chilling in the NFC West. We got Chase Quinby, first-time buyers. Let us know. What's your squad? What's maybe your individual player? How'd you hear about the UA break room? And yeah, like I said, we'll treat you right. Maybe make sure you stick around for a bit. Parker Taylor back in the AFC South. Greg Rosen back again in the AFC East. And also same thing to you, Nicholas Hanna. Great name, by the way. Nicholas, AFC West, same thing. First-time buyer, first-time caller, long-time listener, hopefully. Let us know. Where'd you find us? How'd you hear about us? What's your squad? What's your individual player? Always helps us. It can help you get into a break just a little bit easier. So good luck, everybody. Good luck, good luck, good luck. As we're looking for, let's see, in the minis, still looking for Michael Irvin, Eric Dickerson, and Frank Gore on 3 headliners on now 11 boxes in total after we get through these 2. Hoo-hoo-hoo. Always nice to start off with a champion right away. And they're going to let you know right away with the Super Bowl 59 Eagles helmet. It's going to be C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Bang, bang, bang. Going to the NFC East. It's going to be our box caller, Michael Lepre Jr. There we go.
All right.
Way to get us going. So, like I said, a little bit of a pain when we're trying to find out numbers, but you stuck around, you got through and said, hey, you know what? My numbers are my numbers. I'm going to go ahead and get it in there. And sure enough, bang, box caller magic. All the way around. You got to love it. Let's see the Beckett cert on the back. You scan that bad boy. And you'll know when and where C.J. Gardner-Johnson signed it. So that's always fun. I like these Super Bowl 59. I like this, just the Super Bowl logo being slapped on any sort of helmet right now. So these are fun. Obviously the eagle wing on the other side. Oh yeah, but C.J. Gardner-Johnson's signature and Super Bowl logo on that side. Love that. There we go. Box collar magic getting a little bit more stats going its way.
Love to see that.
Exactly. Good way to start off the day. But we are not done, folks. We still got one more mini helmet to go in this double box here. Way to get us started off there, CJ. Ready to rock and roll. Box number 23. Bang, bang, bang. Good luck, everybody. Good luck. As again, we're still looking for Irvin, Dickerson, and Gore. This was, again, I mean, I don't know how often, probably very often when people get this guy's name and reveal him, but this has to be one of the easiest and the best fantasy football names of all time. Somewhere over the Dwayne Bowe, the people will cry. I just don't know those lyrics, but here you go, Dwayne Bowe, one of the best wide receivers in the Kansas City Chiefs organization, arguably for sure. I probably, like I said, I get our man Comment in here. I'm sure he'll probably vouch for it. Dwayne Bowe, in a couple of seasons where it was really tough throwing to Kansas City wide receivers. I think the tight ends were probably the leading receivers for a while. He came in and absolutely changed that narrative. So Dwayne Bowe going to the AFC West, first time buyer. There you go. Nicholas Hanna getting the dub right there. Way to be. Dwayne Bowe on the mini helmet right there. Love that. And again, it just adds still got our headliners in there. 3 headliners on now 11 boxes in those minis. Good morning, guys. Good morning, Ty. Hey, hope you enjoyed your gift card, my man. Added another 22 3-pointers last night.
Was it 22?
Yeah, you can always for sure double check, but I think it was even 11 on both sides.
Oh, okay, yeah. Let me just confirm with what they have, and we'll send that gift card out to you.
There we go.
We jumped off with about a minute to go in the game last night, and I don't know if Ty was with us last night or not, but we weren't going to be able to get a chance to get him his gift card right then and there. So we'll do it for you right now.
So I believe Steven, Steven haven't received it yet. He's getting to go right on it. Thank you. So Ronnie Sayer is going to be the recipient of that $300 gift card, and then it'll be Steven Lenhart going with the $750 gift card because, of course, OKC was the representative for Steven, and Ronnie Sayer had the Pacers. So it's close while it lasted, while it could. I know it was pretty devastating with that Tyrese Halliburton injury basically right away. It's just it's a real shame. Pacers kept it close for a little bit, just couldn't quite get over that hump.
Yeah, you were exactly right. 11 on both sides, so another 22 3-pointers in that game, which brings the grand total of threes through all 7 games to a total of 160. And 160 times 5, that is $800 on the mark.
Nice.
Yes, poor Tyrese Halliburton. But a different Ty is going to be a little bit excited because I'm going to send him an $800 gift card right now.
Love that. That's actually pretty good too. We had one Ty over here. We had Ty in the finals.
All right.
Like I said, didn't get. Unfortunately, I came home and I just slept like a rock. I slept right through the game. I wake up to the confetti. I'm like, oh geez, what happened? And of course, like I said, saw the recap, saw everyone celebrating, and of course the intro is just like, oh, right away Halliburton goes down. I mean, for what it's worth, he helped you out, Ty. He got like 3 threes right away. Got helping you out gift card wise. Just couldn't get it done the rest of the way. Obviously goes down with an injury. And I don't know, that narrative is going to be tough. I want to give so much credit to just the amazing season that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander had, and just like the fact that OKC was just balling all season long. But it does tough optic when, first round Ja Morant goes down, second round I believe it was Aaron Gordon goes down, then Steph Curry goes down, and now you get Tyrese Halliburton, who's been dealing with injury all the time. So I'm not gonna sit here and say it was all based on injury, but that'll be, some people will cling on to that for sure. That'll be a tough one. So we'll make sure everyone's gift cards are all out and about, ready to roll. And then if that's the case too. Oh, otherwise, sorry, wrong list. Yeah, he was on fire for sure. Let's go ahead and hit the UA break room break page. I'll refresh and see what we're looking at numbers wise, slots remaining for all of our breaks. So that'll be fun. And like I said, now, pending the NBA draft on Wednesday, I believe.
Yes, the 25th. Yep.
Yeah, after the draft on Wednesday, and then after the NHL draft on Friday and Saturday, it's just gonna be baseball till about mid-August, and then you get the Hall of Fame game, and then it'll be all eyes on football. There you go. Do what you can there, baseball. Put us on your shoulders. Carry us for a little bit. We're gonna need some daytime baseball for sure. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and hit the UA break room. Let's see what we're gonna be rock and rolling with all summer long here, all day long for sure. I would believe, yeah. Besides, obviously, the minis that we just went through, that at the time, that was the closest. That had 2 to go. I see 6 to go in the jerseys, 2 to go in the quad on that 1 and 4. That'd be fun. Still 5 to go in a quad box for the vault. That is our Chase wheel spin on the day. I got Ty right here. I'm excited for football season. I wasn't a part of the break room during the regular season. Only been doing it since end of December. So, obviously, football season, that's when things pick up very rampantly over here in the UA break room. I think we get just about more fun stuff as the time goes on. Sometimes more gimmicks pop up throughout the year. But overall, it's just more fun just watching the games and watching us all at the same time. It just makes it a little bit easier.
I'll say I'm in the same boat because I just started with Ultimate Autographs in March. So
there we go.
It'll be a nice awakening to see what football season is like.
Oh, yeah.
Confirmed on the gift card. Perfect. Yep, just sent that out. Congratulations, my man. Looking forward to seeing your name in here with those free UA dollars, basically, right there.
Yes, sir. Drop it in the chat. The Vault Quad Box is 5 to go. That would probably be our closest, besides also the Practice Squad Double Box is 4 to go. Let me drop that down below as well.
Also got to get some gift cards out to Steven Leonard, who had the Oklahoma City Thunder, so he's going to receive a $750 gift card for being the winner.
There we go.
And Ronnie Sayer, who had the Pacers, he's still walking away with a $300 UA gift card.
You love to see that. You love to see that. Let's hop into the new diamonds, folks. So the new diamonds, because we just dropped these yesterday, right around 3 o'clock. These have been looking fine and dandy. Haven't really been broken into all too much, so that's nice to see. Diamonds are still looking good. Like I said, 11 headliners on 26 boxes. We're looking at this Josh Allen Speed Flex right in that middle row. Got that Derrick Henry Speed Flex down below as well. That's gonna might be the prize to be for sure. Tyson, thank you. There you go. Always be mindful of the road, my man. Oh, and then always maybe just in case if you need to pull over and get set up on a break, that's fine too. Safety first, like I said. Josh Allen in the middle, Derrick Henry on a Speed Flex, as well as Barry Sanders on the old school Lions logo on the authentic. We got Justin Jefferson chilling in the middle row as well on an authentic, the nice classic Vikings lid as we see Terrell Davis up top on that Broncos Hydro, Lawrence Taylor on a Speed Flex. Up in the top row as well with that visor, Marshall Falk in the on and authentic with that old school St. Louis Rams color scheme. You got Bijan Robinson, young phenom down below in the Atlanta Rave, and then Michael Penix Jr. on the Salute to Service authentic. So some nice double up opportunities here. Also Jim Kelly and Donovan McNabb as secondary headliners. So you go home potentially with a Josh Allen and a Jim Kelly, Bijan Robinson, Michael Penix Jr. I see. Jamar Chase must have got pulled. Yes, that would have been the one last night. Okay, but still, you could go home with potentially. That would have been Barry Sanders and Justin Jefferson. Still like that combination right there. So plethora of double up opportunities in the diamond section. The diamonds are all authentics or better. So a couple of speed flexes hidden throughout. So go ahead and definitely hop on in there. Double boxes 5 away. The quad box is 6 away. Let's go ahead and attack that, folks. Like I mentioned, the practice squad double box is 4 to go, but still a ways away on the single. So go ahead and attack either which way. Practice squad looking healthy as well. 9 headliners on 19 boxes. We got Emmitt Smith on a football. We got Myles Garrett on the Salute to Service Browns authentic. Ed Reed up there on the new Ravens logo. God, I love that new Ravens logo. The all matte purple right there too. Yeah, it's gorgeous. Ed Reed on that new school Ravens lid, chilling up there. We got Brian Dawkins on the licensed jersey over on the left-hand side. Davante Adams on his new team, the LA Rams. Let's see how he rolls with Matthew Stafford and Puka Nacua. That ought to be fun. And then down below, you also see up top, you see on the University of Miami, authentic Michael Irvin still there. Tyreek Hill on a Miami Dolphins Rave. Love that color scheme. Anything blue is good for me. And then secondary headliners include Steve Largent and Rodney Harrison. So practice squad, nice little mixer. You can see you're getting anywhere between, maybe a jersey, probably that football. You can see that football. You can see, like I said, I mentioned the Brian Dawkins jersey. Some authentics spread throughout. So nice little series there. Hop into the practice squad. Come on now. Sometimes it goes nice and slow in the morning. Can't miss 4 and 4. Can't miss for a reason, obviously. Tons of great stuff. Hulk Hogan on the Funko, and this is, like I said, one of my favorites because the Funko, the actual figure, it's a smaller version, but it's almost like 1.5 feet tall with that display case that it currently has. And like I said, it's not a plastic window; it's a nice hard plastic covering. So give it a nice little tap, and it'll take a fall down the stairs. Hopefully you don't do that though. That's what I'm saying. The durability of these things is nice, but absolutely, love the Hulkamania yellow ink on there. Hopefully he's getting a little healthier. He had a little bit of a health scare, Hulkamania, but for sure it's running wild here in the break room. We got Erling Haaland on a soccer ball. Don't kick that bad boy around. You want to put that thing in a display case. When's the World Cup? It's not this year. It's probably what, next year?
It's next year. Yeah.
It's next year. Okay,
2026.
Cool. I got one more year without having to deal with a headache. I only say that because I one time I traveled with one of my buddies for a vacation. Woke up every single day to loud cheering at like 7 a.m. Because the World Cup was on. His family was really involved. I'm just like,
oh gosh.
Like I'm on vacation. This is vacation for what are we doing? Come on.
Yeah.
I don't care about Paraguay. I'm sorry. I apologize. Yeah. Larry Bird on the warm-up jersey. He sat there and said, hey, who's coming in second? Who's going to come in first to get that Larry Bird jersey? Who wants to get that warm-up right there? David Ortiz on some lumber, Big Papi on the bat right there. And Steve Yurman. Steve Yurman, right? Iserman. There we go. Like I said, I got the yips on that one. I can't get with that one right no matter what. Shaquille O'Neal, Chris Chelios, Ronald Acuna Jr., and Damian Lillard are all sitting there as well as secondary headliners. Derek says, congratulations to Ty. Good morning, guys. Good morning to you, Derek. How we doing this morning? Good morning to everybody ready to rock and roll here in the UA break room. We got 16 people across the board here on Facebook, YouTube, and our Twitch platforms, making sure we're liking, sharing, and subscribing. It's all that fun jazz. I said also, halfway to go on the practice squad double now. There we go. Still rock and rolling on that. Also, hitting the vault, we still got 5 headliners and 3 vault keys still chilling in the vault on 14 boxes, ready to rock and roll. Let's see. Vault section, we're looking at the Josh Allen Speed Flex down below. So nice. We can see Josh Allen Speed Flexes both in the diamond section and over in the vault section. So hop in while you can. Emmitt Smith on the Hall of Fame Speed Flex up in the vault section. And then Steve Young on an authentic. And secondary headliners include Micah Parsons and Nico Collins. But like I mentioned, 3 vault keys still lurking. $200 is still available. $200 can go back to you in the form of a UA gift card. I mean, like I said, it is the vault, the Chase Wheel Spin. Another opportunity to go home with upwards of $300 in UA cash. If you get into the vault, or if you're lucky enough to get into a vault key and then land that $200, that's $200. Now you're automatically into the Chase Wheel Spin. Hopefully you win that bad boy and you land on 100. That's upwards of $100. $300 can go back to you in the UA gift cards just this morning. Hop in while you can. And let me show off that Emmitt Smith really, really quick. That was mean. Like that one. I clicked on every single one that isn't that one. Love that one. And then if you slow it down, it was kind of hard to do that frame by frame with this one, but see his accolades on the back, his career rushing yards, his career touchdowns, and the Super Bowl champion on the back. And then if you slow it down up in the front, that silhouette, or not a silhouette, but the logo of the Hall of Fame right there on the front. That's for that sweet spot for these Speed Flexes. Very gorgeous lid right there. And like I said, everyone knows a Cowboys fan. And it's ripped too.
Yeah, it's got that, almost kind of looks like an amp on the one side of the rip, and then their newer logo on the other side, but it's a little mix of old and new.
Yeah, I like that for sure. That one's nice. Like I said, everyone knows a Cowboys fan. If you're ready to get into that one, you can always have some trade bait at the very least. So love seeing that. Like I said, at the very least, that's just a gorgeous Emmitt Smith piece to have. Going back and forth here, we got black and blue half and half, which is the other half of our Chase Wheel Spin on the morning. So if you hop into the black and blue half and half and that gets broken into, you're part of the Chase Wheel Spin as well as the vault. So hop into either one, you're going to have a chance at a Chase Wheel Spin on the day. Let's see, black and blue half and half. Like I mentioned, 10 boxes left, 6 headliners. We're looking for that Drew Brees Speed Flex, that Marshall Faulk Speed Flex, and then the Steve Young Authentic. With a couple of hidden Speed Flexes hidden throughout. Then, of course, Edgerrin James, Aiden Hutchinson, and Josh Jacobs still lurking in the black and blue. Those last 3, all unpictured headliners. But, man, that Drew Brees, like I said, you can barely see anything. That thing is so shiny. You just see all you see is the production crew. So I can't wait for that to pop out. And the same thing with the Marshall Faulk, nice and chromy. The gold visor and gold face mask to match each other. Multicolored on that one. Love that. Can't wait to see. Like I said, we'll pull out our magnifying glass and see what the blemish or boil is, but I gotta say, sometimes it's as small as a little sticker is just a little bubbly. Just yesterday when we pulled that Chase Brown, it's just like some of the signature was on the sticker, some of it was on the logo. All right, yeah, sure, but again, you're getting these for just a hair cheaper than what you would if they were, I guess, not up to par. So I might as well hop in and take advantage while you can. Mini section, we just broke into that a little while ago. We got 11 boxes left, 3 headliners. We're looking for Michael Irvin, Eric Dickerson, and one of my favorites, secondary headliners, Frank Gore. Frank Gore on the minis. Like I said, I'm only going to assume the Frank Gore is on a Niners helmet. If it is, it's a nice double up opportunity with the Niners, Frank Gore, and the Rams, Eric Dickerson right there. And also, I like that term you used yesterday, the slate hate. I hope there isn't any slate hate here because that Emmitt Smith right there is looking fantastic with the Lone Star right in the middle of it.
Yes.
Let's see, the jerseys, 6 away on the jerseys. Brand new, fresh set of threads. Glad we were able to get through those last couple boxes yesterday and get into these new, fresh set of threads because these are gorgeous. We got CeeDee Lamb. I can just, let's see. I don't want to. Yeah, I almost made that mistake right away. That's okay. CeeDee Lamb, we're chilling with him. We got Bo Nix, Ed Reed, Baker Mayfield, Jason Taylor. We got the coach, Mike Ditka, LaShawn McCoy, Nico Collins, who me and Steven were sitting here yesterday. He was like, hey, who could be a top 5 wide receiver? He threw out Nico Collins, and I can't disagree. He was on pace yet last year to actually be the number 1 wide receiver until he got injured. So Nico Collins, get him while you can. Fred Warner also in here as well. And then secondary headliners include Deshaun Jackson, our guy Frank Gore, who you can also find in the mini section as well. And then Odell Beckham Jr. Odell Beckham Jr. is a secondary headliner in the jersey section. I said, love those brand new fresh set of threads. Can't go wrong right there. This is a stacked up lineup jersey wise. Nice. I guess the only one that missed out was that O.J. Simpson went yesterday. It had to have, yeah.
Yes, yeah, we pulled that one.
But otherwise, looks like every other headliner is here. Beside every other pictured headliner is here except for O.J. Simpson. So good to go there. Hop on in there one. $28 a spot is our cheapest break in the break room, and it's a nice little, introductory break to your experience here in the UA break room, and just overall to your sports memorabilia personal collection. Doesn't take up as much space, so it's nice and easy to handle, and you don't hear as much from the misses. Like, these helmets keep piling up. You're like, I just got a jersey this time, babe. Come on, chill out. There you go, folks. So there you go, top to bottom. We're looking good. Like I mentioned, I'll refresh really quick just to see if we're closer on anything, if any numbers changed, and if we're like halfway to go on another break, I'll go ahead and drop that link down below as well. Like I mentioned, Vault Quad Box, 5 to go. The Practice Squad Double Box, still 4 to go. This Diamond Double Box, 5 to go. I'll drop that down below as well. $5 to go here in the Diamond Double Box. Halfway to go on that Quad Box for the Can't Miss 1 and 4. Still 4 to go on that Practice Squad Double. 5 to go on that Vault Quad Box for that one. There we go. Looking pretty good and nice and healthy across the board there, folks. So hop on in. Let us know what you're looking for. Let us know who you're chasing after. And we can point you in the right direction, folks. There you go. There you have it. Attack. Let us know where you guys want to land, and we will do so. Black and blue half and half is the chase wheel spin as well as the vault. We're going to do one chase wheel spin, so hop into both while you can. There we go. I'll toss it over to you, Mike, really quick. Across the board, like I said, I had my piece of what I would want to see. What do you want to see pop on out of here? Because I got 2, and I'll go quickly before you, so you can have an idea of what you're looking for. Gotta see that Hulk Hogan for me in that 1 and 4. Gotta see some Hulkamania for me because I'm, like I said, wrestling fan. I'm selfish in that way. I gotta get all the wrestling stuff because Ricky can't have all the fun. And then besides that, if it's not the 1 and 4, it might be that new Derrick Henry flex in the diamond section. It's kind of where I'm leaning at because that purple, I want to see how detailed all the purple is because that looked really, really nice in that picture. I don't know if that picture is going to do us justice until it gets ripped on out of here. So, Mike, I'll toss it over to you. What do you need to see this morning?
That's fair. I'll throw 2 in there for my own self. I'll go the selfish route, like you said. I want to see that Steve Yzerman helmet. Mm-hmm. Maybe even more so the Chris Chelios, but I don't know what that's on. So that's in the secondary headliners. I don't know. If it's on Red Wings, maybe I don't want to see it. And as I pick a Red Wing, Steve Yzerman, but an absolute legend, so I'll go with Steve Yzerman, and we can see it there. It's on a helmet, and it's pretty blank, so there's no Red Wings logos on it, so that's okay with me. The other thing I'll mention, this is tough because there are 2 Josh Allen speed flexes on the board, and anybody that knows me would know that I would usually pick those, and a lot of people would, rightfully so, because that man is a stud, basically. Like, he didn't get the ring he was looking for, but he got another one with Haley Steinfeld. Mm-hmm. And I think he is destined to eventually get that NFL ring as well. So get him now. But I'm going to actually go over to the black and blue half and half. It is part of our chase wheel spin today. I like that Drew Brees, the chromed out gold. Love that thing. I'll go with the old and not the new. I'll go with Drew Brees.
Okay. I like that.
Funny how we say old now because it's like, we grew up with Drew Brees, but like now it's the era of Josh Allen, right?
Yeah. I got a buddy who's a Saints fan. He was born in the 2000s. So, little young cat, but he just goes, man, like, I had it pretty good my entire childhood up until about a couple years ago. I had Drew Brees. I had nothing to complain about. Now it's a little tough. And he's a diehard fan. He's got the Saints logo on his calf. Shout out to the guy Charlie. But yeah, he's been down bad for a little bit. But I tell him, like, hey, at least you got Chris Olave. He's like, yeah, kinda. He's only around when he doesn't get hurt.
Yeah, and you know what? I mean, they missed the boat on Shadur Sanders. I think a lot of people thought the Saints were going to take him, but we'll see how that plays out, I guess.
And I think he'll be fine. Everyone that's like, oh, you got a speeding ticket. Yeah, so did you.
Yeah, right.
Like, if you live in a major city, you've gotten a ticket like that.
You're telling me you don't speed, you're lying.
So I don't think the one speed violation is going to determine this kid's entire future. But again, like I said, it's just some people are really quick to judge and just get right out on top of it like that. So, yeah. Maybe, just maybe, stop judging him based on his dad?
Yeah, no kidding.
I don't know. Is that a crazy concept?
Maybe. I get it's hard for an organization to take a flyer out on him when you know that, his dad's going to be around and put in his 2 cents, and he's a very loud personality. And honestly, he's not. I'm not saying he's always wrong either. Like, I think he brings some good things to an organization, or brings some good things to his son's development, of course, but
I'm with you. Yeah,
I'm with you though. That's where I was getting to.
Quiet down
every once in a while, it's like, just let your son do what he's gonna do and have the career that he's gonna have, and give the advice when he asks for it.
At the worst case, if he's a distraction, I think that's still, he's still fine to deal with.
Yeah.
Distraction is still maybe the label I might have on him until further notice. But like I said, I'm willing to have a blank slate on this kid. I wasn't a Colorado fan, so no ties there. Little young to watch and appreciate Deion Sanders' work. So not exactly, I'm not a Cowboys or a Niners fan because of him or anything like that. I really don't care. I just like I do appreciate. I like. Yeah. By the way, Iserman only played for Detroit. I'm sure you already knew that. So.
Yes. Yeah. But Iserman only played for Detroit, but he has been in the front office for the Lightning and the Red Wings. The helmet itself is blank, so. Yeah, I was asking for
it might
a Red
be in the
Wing.
picture. It could sometimes on the back of it might have a sticker or something.
Oh no!
I don't want to scare you.
Oh no! Oh no!
I know.
But yeah, I mean, I was hoping the Chris Chelios thing is on something Blackhawks, as I asked to see a Red Wing come out of the boxes here in the break page or in the break room. So yeah,
we're looking good across the board, folks. Let us know where you want to go, what you want to attack. What you want to get into. Only so far minis have been broken into. But like I mentioned, if we want to get attacking on that diamonds, those double boxes are still 5 to go. Practice squad halfway to go. Vault quad box just about halfway to go as well. Those will probably be our closest breaks on the day. Like I mentioned, the jerseys were about 6 away. Those could always turn into from 6 to 3 to 2 to 1. And then we're breaking into a jersey. Brand new fresh set of jerseys. I always say that 4-spot break for the 1 and 4, that's always going to be close because there's only 4 spots. The single's wide open. The quad box has 2 to go. Double box is wide open. So there we go. There we have it, guys. Attack what you guys need, what you guys want. Like I said, basically fresh, brand new jerseys. Those just opened up last night. Brand new, fresh set of diamonds. Get those pickaxes out, folks. All authentics are better in the diamond section. Let's see, folks. Like I said, no more basketball, no more baseball. And I think a couple of people's predictions of, that trade's gonna distract from watching the game. I think people, a lot of people tuned in, so I don't think it didn't distract all too much.
If anything, it actually added more to the conversation. Now, of course, I was here in the break room, so I didn't get a chance to watch the pregame, postgame, but I know that they had plenty of things to talk about on that pregame, postgame, in addition to the game ahead of itself.
That's where I was on that same point where, again, not to throw shade, but two smaller markets in Indiana and OKC. So, again, viewership was probably going to be lower than usual to begin with.
Yeah.
If anything,
fair.
this, again, I think it's any publicity is good publicity type deal.
Right.
Why not talk about a star in Kevin Durant getting traded that slowly builds it up? The idea of like your algorithm building or something like that, because hashtag NBA or hashtag Kevin Durant gets picked up. Oh, you like Kevin Durant? You probably want to tune into the finals later tonight. I don't know.
The fact that Kevin Durant played for OKC way back when, and he was now going to the Rockets, who are a team that have had the other two major three players that came out of that same OKC generation. So there's a bunch of tie-ins to the Game 7 in and of itself right then and there.
Yeah. So like I said, for some, even on the radio when I was on the way home, they're like almost like, oh, shame on the NBA for allowing this to happen hours before the finals were about to happen. Why? Again, it's more eyeballs. Another thing for Stephen A. Smith to ignore while he plays solitaire on his phone.
Yeah.
So it's just there's no. I didn't see an issue with it.
The irony of it is, these radio shows and everything will go on and go, shame on them for letting this trade happen so that it distracts from Game 7. And what did you just say right there? You just said it distracts from Game 7. Now everybody goes, oh yeah, Game 7's on tonight.
Yeah.
So honestly, it drummed up more conversation around basketball and probably, like you said at the start of this, drew more eyes than it wouldn't if it had broken after.
And I heard this argument too, and I can't disagree, where some casual fans, where, again, they might not already be watching the game, some people already find the transactions more entertaining than the actual games themselves.
That's insane.
So,
but teach their own.
Exactly. Where, again, I see the craziness in that statement, but I do agree that some people are just like that, where they don't really care about the game. They just want to watch people move around, bounce around, watch superstars go here and go there. I thought that was very interesting to see that. Then I'll throw one out to you. And then I'll throw it out to the chat as well. Is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander already the best Thunder player of all time? I'll throw it to you with the quick thing of, joining now Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Jordan, and Shaq as the only players to win
Right.
MVP, scoring title, and Finals MVP. On top of that, he was an All-Star this year. Just an absolute dog every single way. So
For that reason, and for the fact that OKC isn't that old of a franchise,
yeah,
I'm gonna go with yeah. Maybe some people are gonna say that's a hot take. It's an early take, and hold off for a little bit, let him play out the rest of his career. I'm already gonna cement it. I'm already say yeah.
I think it's well for sure that he might be the best, 27 or younger player in the entire league. If not, again, probably trying to hey, excuse me, LeBron, Steph,
Right.
and KD, hey, this is my perch now. This is my.
The conversation we were having yesterday about KD, you were saying, you really respect him and you like him, and I do too, because he's a superstar in his own right. But in this day and age, 2025, do you still view him as a Thunder player? Not really.
Oh yeah, that's the thing too. I've seen
bounced
that.
around, and he won his championship with Golden State. So
If anything, I've been on the side of, I think it's more likely the Golden State Warriors retire his 35 before the Thunder retires 35.
right, yeah, especially because that was a messy breakup between
Little bit,
OKC and Kevin Durant. So
I think the only thing that vouching for that, back to that SGA being the best Thunder player of all time already, if Durant maybe put together a championship run, he did. He was in the finals for that one, the one that gave LeBron his first title. But if he actually won the title, that probably would have. Now it would have been more of an argument on my side. But I think
Right.
already SGA might be might be the best OKC player.
Bob's given it a few more years. He says Durant's still the greatest OKC player. I see that. I see that argument as well. For me, though, I kind of look at it like, do you call Ken Griffey Jr. the best White Sox player? No. Like, he was there for a cup of coffee. I get that Durant was there for a little bit longer than that, but, like, at this point, with the length of his career and where he's played elsewhere, I don't even see him in that Thunder jersey anymore.
I don't know if it would be a lesser team because, I mean, Westbrook, Durant, Thabo Cephalosha, Ibaka. Did I already say Harden? I don't think so. I mean, that's... and the Pacers is not the greatest finals loser either. I don't know.
Are you saying that they weren't they were a tough opponent? It's tough when you see Tyrese Halliburton go down early like that.
Yeah.
Injuries are going to happen, and the what ifs are going to get thrown out there. But like, you got to play with what you got to play with, and unfortunately, why did it have to happen so early in the game too? You know, I mean. Yeah. I don't know if it was you or it was somebody else in our WRMN group chat that was saying the way the Pacers respond to this right now is going to determine who wins this game.
Oh, yeah.
Does Siakam and crew step up and, fill the void of a Tyrese Halliburton, or, do they just get steamrolled in a really tough Paycom center out there in OKC? And they held in. I'm not discrediting them. They held it. They brought them to a Game 7 in the first place. Nobody even thought that this series would maybe go 6.
Yeah.
And they brought it to a Game 7. They held in it, especially without their star player fully healthy for the last 2 to 3 games, really. And you got to tip your cap to the Pacers. I wouldn't say that they're definitely not the greatest finals loser either, but they were a formidable opponent. And if it wasn't for the fact that an Achilles tendon injury typically keeps you out 14 months, I'd say that the Pacers have the build and the poise to go right back here. But now, I don't know.
Well, the greatest final loser has to be that 73-win Golden State team.
Yeah. Was that with Del Curry? No,
Steph Curry for sure.
Yeah. What's it called? What was I going to say? Maybe we don't see the Pacers here until 2027, but I mean, they're still a good team.
Yeah, that was a tough one. Listen to some post-game interview stuff. Just, I guess, maybe just defeated, obviously, just literally and figuratively, just exhausted on both ends. Hearing Rick Carlisle, but he was optimistic. He said, Tyrese is gonna be back. Like he'll be okay. He'll be fine. He's gonna be back.
Damn. Yeah.
It's a real shame.
I mean, what had me was when T.J. McConnell hugged, what's his name? Why am I drawing a blank on his name? Reggie Miller. I was like, damn, they really wanted this, and you could see the emotion, and you could kind of already see TJ wanting to cry on the sideline there. But I mean, that's just. Whew.
On the opposite
what a
end,
finals,
on the fun side, I thought that was really funny. Of if you caught any of the locker room stuff, literally none of them knew because they're so one they're so young, they probably haven't really been around like champagne. 2, they asked Alex Caruso strip, like, dude, how do you do this? Like, but basically, how do you celebrate winning? And he had to tell them, like, you take a step by step. You take the cork off, pop it, and then you start shaking.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So that was actually kind of funny. Just straight up Shea Gillen. SG's like, AC, help us out.
Oh my God. The unk of the team.
He is. He really is. Oh man. Just slam popping him. The Spurs team that Durant lost to was a much better team than this. Yeah, I would agree with that too.
Yeah, I agree with that. Nothing taking away from this Pacers team.
Those Spurs teams were those were something different.
Yeah.
Especially when Kawhi was with Tim Duncan and Manu Ginobili and Tony Parker that was his rookie season. Comes in, wins the title. But maybe Kawhi Leonard would have been good on the Pacers because that's who he got originally drafted by. But hey, that was a long time ago. You probably wouldn't have been around still for this Pacers run to begin with. So let's see how we're looking like, folks. How are we doing in the UA break room? Let me refresh and see what numbers are looking like. Still 5 to go on that Red Zone Diamond Double Box. Like I said, attack away on those. Brand new fresh set of diamonds. Josh Allen on the Speed Flex. Derrick Henry on that Speed Flex. Terrell Davis, Lawrence Taylor, all on Speed Flexes. Barry Sanders, Justin Jefferson, Marshall Faulk, Bijan Robinson, Michael Penix Jr., and then Jim Kelly and Donovan McNabb, all in that diamond section, folks. Still 5 to go on that vault quad box. Like I said, get your name in that vault. If it's a quad box, we're putting your name in there 4 times. Let's do that. Still 5 to go on that quad box, folks. Let's hit that vault. Like I said, not only just the 5 headliners and another Josh Allen Speed Flex, Emmitt Smith. We got Steve Young, Micah Parsons, and Nico Collins. But we also got three vault keys. We got UA cash just lying around, ready to be picked up and sent back to you. Let's go ahead and do that, folks. 1 and 4 is looking fine. Jersey's still 6 to go. Everywhere else wide open. So, folks, like I mentioned, hop into that break page. I'm just going to go ahead and drop the regular live break page in the chat down below as well. Hick says, I bought 2 breaks. There we go. That's how you do it. Get it started. You get the ball rolling. How do I join? So, if you bought into the slot, if you bought into the break, maybe let me know what break did you get into? That can also help too, because if you bought.
I did see. So that was Nick's 2 items were the mini series. So we did just do that one.
Okay.
And I believe he won.
Yeah.
That was Nick coming away with
The Dwayne Bowe.
Dwayne Bowe mini.
Yeah.
So when you say, how do I join? You already did, my guy. You already got a win. If you scroll back on the video, you'll go ahead and see that. That was about 10 minutes into the show, so right around the 9 o'clock mark,
Yeah.
9:10. But your other spot is in the practice squad. That has not broken yet. We didn't do that break yet. How it works is all 8 spots have to be bought up, and then we do the raffle for whichever box comes out in that series.
Exactly right. And because exactly what you just said, you won the Dwayne Bowe because you were in the AFC section. Dwayne Bowe played for the AFC West.
Yes, yeah, you paid for an entry. Yep, those will break. There's, it might not break right away. The one already did break, and you were our winner. You
There
won
we
the
go.
Dwayne Bowe mini.
Sorry, so he was in the minis, and then what was the other?
He was in the minis and the practice squad.
Okay, so
But we have not done a practice squad yet, so it'll happen. Your name is in there.
yeah.
But the entry, that just gets carried over until we do that break.
Exactly right. So exactly right. So we just wait until all these slots are filled up. It could take a little bit. Maybe could take anywhere between a couple minutes, couple hours. But your name is locked into that slot until the break is broken into.
Yeah, that was Nick Hanna,
There we go.
our newcomer, winning the Dwayne Bowe mini.
Let us know, Nick. How'd you hear about us? What's your squad? Maybe are you chasing an individual player? We can always point in the right direction. But overall, also just basic thoughts. Also just maybe everything we're chiming into. We talk about KD trade, talk about a little Shador, anything you want. This is the UA break room. Welcome on in. I'm gonna make the chase thing a little smaller just so it doesn't cover the names. There we go. That's a little bit better. Careful. There we go. Thank you. Appreciate
Not a
it.
problem.
Right back to you, Nick. Thank you. Thank you for joining in. Thank you to everyone and anybody and everybody that joins into these break pages. Makes these go ever so much smoother. Make sure you're liking, sharing, subscribing so you're notified when we go live. We go live at 9 a.m., 12 p.m., 3 p.m., and 6 p.m. And then on Friday nights, UA After Dark, 12 p.m. or later. Open up just like Taco Bell. Ready to roll. But we're not serving out gorditas. Giving out speed flexes, my friend. 17 people across the board here on our Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch page. But like I said, we're also on the TikTok, also on the Instagram. Got some fun stuff that goes out on the social medias. Shout out to our social media department. Like I said, the Colorado Rockies video is funny. We've had some other couple viral things go on. You can always see the lid of the day, what might be our preference of what might be the best lid in the UA break room at any given time. Sometimes, just the occasional montage, some highlight reels. So
Yeah.
it's fun. It's fun. Like I said, good follow. Way to be.
So, guys, what are we looking at next
Yeah.
to break? We can get in that practice squad and help Nick out and
That'd be
get
fun.
that broken. The practice squad is 19 boxes to go, 9 headliners, and those 9 headliners, I see a lot of authentics on the board. There would be Myles Garrett, Ed Reed, Devontae Adams on his new team, Michael Irvin, Tyreek Hill, and then we've also got an Emmitt Smith football and a Brian Dawkins licensed jersey, as well as secondary headliners. We don't know what those are on, but they're bound to be really cool as well. That's Steve Largent and Rodney Harrison.
Nice. Nick says Cowboys.
Cowboys,
That's
all
a
right.
squad.
We get a lot of Cowboys
You get
fans
a
in
lot
here.
of Cowboys. Obviously, in that practice squad, are you chasing that Michael Irvin on the University of Miami? That could probably be the case there.
Yeah.
If it's not that, obviously you can hop into the vault. And I'm going to show you that. Show you that Emmitt Smith if
Emmitt
you haven't
Smith,
seen that
yeah.
already.
Well, Emmitt Smith is on that football in the practice squad too, so
That
he's
as
got
well.
2 opportunities in that practice squad. So it's a good thing you bought your spot in that practice squad. I think he did his homework for sure. But an Emmitt Smith speed flex in the vault. Oh, look at that thing. Whew.
That thing is crisp, and like I mentioned, if we rotate when they get the little rotation, I think he's spinning a little too fast, so we can't get the frame by frame. But you see his career rushing yards all on the back, his career rushing touchdowns, and then Super Bowl champion on the back as well. And on the front end, obviously the Hall of Fame logo, right in that sweet spot for the speed flexes, that hexagon area signature right there. Love that.
Yeah, you don't
With the
often
black
see,
visor.
You don't often see like a shade of brown on a Cowboys helmet,
No.
but because it's got the Hall of Fame inscription, it makes sense and it just works.
It's got the rip of the old school type logo, the new school version of it. So there you go, Nick. If you're looking for some Dallas Cowboys to hop in the vault, hop in that practice squad like you already did. I think like you mentioned, you probably already saw that Emmitt Smith football. You're like, heck yeah. And you know what? Michael Irvin on the U. Why not? Why not? Why not? So hop on in, folks. And as always, Nick, some people are always open to trades. So maybe you land, I don't know, let's just say you land that Tyreek Hill Rave Authentic, but you want some Cowboys gear. Some people are very much open to trades. So like I said, this community is pretty good with trades, pretty good with keeping their own inventory organized. Some people even got their own spreadsheets. So make some friends or say hi to some people. Like I said, you can make some trade friends and all that fun jazz. Like I said, one of the better parts of being in the UA break room is not only just the actual page itself, the shows that we put on every single day, but the community itself. It grows and grows and grows every single time. And you gotta love it. Gotta love it. So go ahead, guys. Attack and break page. Getting everything done. Like I said, we're about halfway to go on a couple different things. So sometimes it's just you got to put your finger on the scale, and sometimes it leans one way, and then it starts kind of going that way. So some people see 5, and then it goes down to 3, and then it goes down to 1, and they're like, "Oh, I got to get that closer magic," and bang, that break is closed out. That's how we do it here, folks. So attack, attack, attack. Get on in there. The water is just fine. A getaway day here in the MLB realm. Like I mentioned, this is going to be the meat and potatoes of the sports realm for a bit. I mean, everywhere. Wow, funny enough that California is right now the coolest town, the coolest state.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I'm looking at all the weather advisories. 97 for Rangers and Orioles in Baltimore.
Oh my gosh.
91 in New York for Braves Mets. 92 degrees for Yankees Reds in Cincinnati. It'll be 95 today for Diamondbacks White Sox. God. Indoors for the Brewers. So nice little American Family Field. Going to close that dome, so no weather advisory there. Minnesota's okay. 80 degrees for Mariners and Twins. Back up to 94 because Cubs and St. Louis will be battling out in the Midwest. But then, like I said, the California teams, the Angels, a cool 64 degrees when first pitch happens at 8:30 Central Standard Time. And then San Diego, 68 degrees out there. So, yeah, it's a scorcher out here in the Midwest and up in parts of the Northeast. brutal. But a nice little getaway day. I like a couple of these matchups. Let's see. Obviously, Cubs and Cardinals would be fun for, the rivalry between these two. Let's see. Okay, Shane Smith on the bump for the Sox today. Don't have to face Zach Gallen yet. I don't know if they're going to be playing against him this series. Who else is looking good today, matchup wise? / maybe we actually get down for a Nerfy today. Who knows? Mets Braves ought to be good for the division matchup. Obviously, the Braves are kind of falling off a little bit, and everyone and their mother thinks that Chris Sale is going to be a Cub soon, or if it's not him, it's Sandy Alcantara. I've also been hearing inklings of Andrew Heaney from the Pirates, which that's not going to be a league changer by any means, but still a good arm for the Cubs if they need something. Yeah, baseball. Like I said, baseball will be king until. Like I said, we were looking this up yesterday, like mid-August. When's the Hall of Fame game? Oh, NFL Hall of Fame game. That'll be on. What? July 31st. Holy crow!
Wow, that is early.
It seems a little earlier than most times. All right, I'm for it though. Let's go. Okay, because obviously the game will happen on the 31st on that Thursday. The enshrinement ceremony of the class of 2025 will happen that following Saturday, August 2nd. So that ought to be good. Let's see. So who's going into the 2025 Hall of Fame this year? Let's see who's going this year. I didn't preface it by saying NFL Hall of Fame. It started telling me that Triple H was going to go to the Hall of Fame today. I'm like, no, that's the WWE Hall of Fame. So Antonio Gates, who we see from time to time here in the break room, Jared Allen, same thing, Sterling Sharp, and Eric Allen are going to be the main headliners going into the Hall of Fame this year.
Yeah.
Of course, we've seen from time to time Antonio Gates here in the break room put that Hall of Fame 2025 inscription on there. Seen a couple of Jared Allens from time to time, Sterling Sharp. They just had that not too long ago. One of my favorites was the Sterling Sharp, Shannon Sharp dual signed on a Hall of Fame logo.
Yeah.
Speed Flex. That was pretty awesome. Also, speaking of brothers, we had the Marx Brothers jersey handed out yesterday. That was kind of cool too.
Yes,
yeah, Eric Allen.
Yeah.
Eric Allen might be the only one I'm not quite sure of. Is he played in maybe the 80s? When did he play? Who he play for? Played for the Eagles back in the day. Let's see. It kind of just gives like a more or less of a background. Here we go. There's the Pro Football Reference. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, yeah. So 88 to 2001. Played a majority of his career on the Eagles, a couple of years on the Saints, and then finished off his career in Oakland as a Raider. 14 years for a cornerback position. That's pretty solid with 6 Pro Bowl appearances. That's pretty solid. Pretty solid. Not too shabby, my friend. He had an interception every single year. Had 54 interceptions on his career. That's crazy. Only missed 3 games. Yeah, that's a dog. That's Hall of Fame worthy for me. I'll give you the tip of the cap there, my friend. I know I got Colin sitting there like, Eric, you don't know Eric Allen. Sorry. It's just because he's a big Philadelphia Eagles guy, I can only assume. There we go. So, yeah, like I mentioned, folks, it's going to be baseball from here on out for a little bit. Trade deadline talk soon, I would think. Draft is going to be fun, probably for the first couple picks, and then yeah, it'd be good to see Cooper Flagg's reaction. Probably get probably get some interview talk after that, and then well, the draft is kind of just going to be the draft. I'd be lying to you if I can sit here and tell you like, oh yeah, this prospect, I can't wait to see this guy. I'd be, like I said, a little novice when it comes to the college basketball names that are going to be coming into the pros, but we'll see how it goes. Let me pull up maybe a NBA mock draft for this year. ESPN's got their mock draft. And that was the thing, too. When we were doing our show on Saturday, I pulled up 3 or 4 different mock drafts trying to figure out a consensus name for the Bulls. All had different names. All different names. Right, yeah. Let's see if that continues the case here. No, okay. So this is actually the first time I've seen a recurring name. This Kasparas Jacunius from Illinois, point guard.
Oh, he's from Illinois, huh?
Yeah. Well, I don't know about you.
College.
Did you see the all Slavic Illinois lineup that's going to be coming up soon?
I did not.
So it was funny. Someone pulled up. They're like, I want to see Brad Underwood with the whole starting lineup and just with like the track suits and maybe a cigarette in his mouth.
Yeah,
he wants to go full on old school USSR with this one. Let me read a little bit on Kasparas. Let's see what he's up to. He's 6'4"3/4 without his shoes on. Let's see the description that ESPN has for it. Considering not many teams in the range have expressed backcourt needs as well as the uncertainty surrounding potential trades, it has been tricky for some teams to confidently identify a landing spot for Jacunius. Oh, again, hopefully that's how you pronounce it. Most project him in the 11 to 14 range, which would obviously that fits well for the Bulls. With the Blazers and the Bulls considering possible destinations and also interest from teams in the 10 spot. Chicago has more glaring need in the front court with Vucevic on his final year of his deal, and no bigs are considered to be long-term keepers. Johan Behringer, Derek Queen, Danny Wolf, and Thomas Sorber are thought to be among the centers they'll consider. I've heard good things about Derek Queen. Like I said, I'd be a liar if I could for sure tell you all these names off the top of the dome, but I think Derek Queen has gotten some good rep from what I've been told. Still, the Bulls are in the process of reimagining the team moving forward with Josh Giddey due for a new contract. Matas Buzelis merging as a glut. What? A glut of the other guards? A glut? What? What? Okay, I guess that's what we're just throwing any words together now for.
Gluttonous is. I think
it just says glut, GLUT.
Yeah.
Merging as a glut of other guards who could be trade candidates. Oh, that's not. I don't like hearing that. There's a case simply go best available at the slot with Jacunius holding a good argument in this scenario. I probably said his name 4 different ways now. Jacunius. Unselfishness, playmaking, and size enabling him to play on and off the ball, make him relatively seamless fit in most places, with upside long-term considering the recently turned. He just turned 19.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Caught my keys.
Young like Matas.
Yeah. And I think that's, I heard that question too brought up is like, is there anybody that's untouchable for the Bulls? In all honesty, the only thing that might be untouchable is the guy that they just extended, the head coach, Billy Donovan.
Right.
That's about it for me in terms of who's untouchable. I'm okay. I'm not going to be in love with Buzelis going somewhere else right away, or even Kobe White. But if it means you finally have some sort of direction, I guess I can be for it. But it's just been painful as of late. 21 people across the board here on the UA Break page on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Make sure we're liking, sharing, subscribing. Good morning, guys. Let us know what you guys want to get into. Has been any orders lately? Anything that's been getting broken into as of late? See, still halfway to go on that practice squad double box.
Yes, 2 spots to go in there. The other
2 now?
Sorry. Are you looking at the 1 and 4?
Oh no, I was looking at the practice squad.
Oh, practice squad is
Practice squad halfway to go. It would be still the same thing. Halfway to go on that quad box 1 and 4,
Right.
so with 2 spots left. I'll always say, like I said, with only 4 slots at any given time, that's going to be always the closest thing to break. So
Yeah,
always hop in there.
definitely. We've got 5 to go in that quad box in the vault. Also 5 to go in the double box of the diamonds.
There we go.
So Sears Home Services. As a Gators fan, I'm very curious where Clayton Jr. goes in the NBA draft. Seen mock drafts where he goes to Boston or OKC. Well, if he's going to get drafted that low, I believe, right? Because, both of those are playoff teams. Unless, do they have somebody else's first round pick so that they could pick a little higher?
This mock draft I'm currently looking at has him going 20th to the Miami Heat.
Okay. So if he falls that far, that could be a sneaky late first rounder for one of those contenders.
That could be the case too, for sure. Again, I don't like the idea of Miami getting better in any sort of way. They always seem to have the Bulls goat.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, hey, if he is a Florida Gator, then he stays in Florida and plays for the Heat. That would be
that's a good
favorite immediately right there.
That's a good spot for him too. That makes sense actually. But yeah, it'd be really wishful for the Celtics to maybe get him at 28, and then said OKC. OKC is a pretty early pick too. Or OKC is at 24 because they got a pick from the Clippers.
I was gonna say because otherwise they'd be picking 30th or
yeah.
It would be 30th because they won.
Yeah, Queen from Maryland is the real deal. Big body with a nice mid-range jumper. Yeah, that'd be, like I said, Derek Queen. That'd be hopefully a nice piece for the Bulls if they want to snag him at 12, considering for all the reasons that this report just said. Vooch probably on the way out soon. Not a lot of promising big men on the Bulls side of things, so that could be the case. I wouldn't be opposed to that. It's always been like I said, this is just according to this one mock draft that they have Walter Clayton Jr. going 20. I think that might be a nice spot for him. He had a nice little run in the NCAA tournament, so that ought to be good for him. Always adding some draft points to you. Let's see. This is from SB Nation. Let's see if there's anything close, obviously, besides just Cooper Flagg going 1-1. Well, they actually have Kasparis, the guy that I was talking about, Jakunis, going 9th to the Raptors now. That leaves the Bulls going with another new name I've yet to see on a mock draft. This is Colin Murray Boyles, at least for this sense, is a center forward. So, again, it kind of in that same regard. What's the headliners left in the jerseys? Brand new, fresh set of threads in the jerseys. That would be as follows. Let me pull it up right here, actually. Let me quickly show you. Basically, everyone right here except for OJ is available. You got Jason Taylor, Sean McCoy, the coach Mike Ditka, Nico Collins, Baker Mayfield, Bo Nix, CeeDee Lamb, Ed Reed, and Fred Warner. And the secondary headliners include Deshaun Jackson, Frank Gore, and Odell Beckham Jr. James Paul says, "Did I win from last week?" Let us know.
Drop me an order number?
Yeah, drop an order number. It'd be much easier to find that. So you can't have our boy Mike just wandering aimlessly in the the winner sheet. So yeah, drop a order number and we can go ahead and find that just a little bit easier. But yeah, here we are. This is what we have here in the jerseys. Like I said, fresh threads, all ready to go. You guys dropped this the 6 o'clock hour yesterday?
Which one, the diamonds?
No, the jerseys.
Oh, the jerseys, yeah. We closed out the last 2 that were sitting here, and we got into the new ones.
Yeah, we broke into those diamonds right around the 3 o'clock hour because there was unfortunately no headliners left. So we were like, you know what? No reason to have this linger. Let's go ahead and switch it up. Let's go ahead and give you guys some fresh diamonds, some fresh headliners to chase after. And sure enough, you've been helping out there too. So already off the board, I see that Jamar Chase is gone, but otherwise everything else still available basically in that diamond section as well. The jersey, I'm sure you see it right there. 251-832.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and take a look for you, James. We'll look around as we're also looking around here in the UA break room, ready to rock and roll in here as well. Like I mentioned, let's hop into the vault really quick because, like I mentioned, that is the 5 to go on the quad box is also one of our chase wheel spins on the day. One of our opportunities for that. 5 headliners, but still 3 vault keys left, upwards of $200. And then on top of that, like I said, lucky enough to land the $200 vault key, get your name to that chase wheel spin. If you're lucky enough to win that, potentially $100 going back to you there. So upwards of $300 can go back to you all today if you hop into that vault and you're lucky enough to land that vault key and land on top of the chase wheel spin. Good opportunity. Nice little roll of the dice. Take a chance right there. Like I mentioned, we're looking at Josh Allen on the Speed Flex, Emmitt Smith on that Speed Flex, that Hall of Fame Speed Flex, Steve Young on an Authentic, and the secondary headliners include Micah Parsons and Nico Collins. But like I mentioned, upwards of $200 still available in that vault key.
So it looks like that order number, Mr. James Paul, was for Practice Squad single box break number 12. That went on Friday during the 3 p.m. show. It looks like it was Sean Blasco who won in that break. He won the Braylon Allen jersey. So unfortunately, you did not win. But jump on in here with us today. We've got an even better practice squad up here on the board today. So if you wanted to jump right back in there, we got you. Let's see if we can get you a win.
Practice squad is looking good. We have Emmitt Smith on a Bowel, Myles Garrett on the Salute to Service Browns Authentic, Ed Reed on the New School Ravens logo, the new Authentic right there, Brian Dawkins on a licensed jersey, Devontae Adams on his new Rams Authentic, Michael Irvin with that U with the University of Miami lid right there, Tyreek Hill on a Dolphins Rave, and then Steve Largent and Rodney Harrison. Nick, I got you really quick. How do you get into a vault? If you go into the UA break page on the site, you would select either one of these between the quad box, the double box, or let me see where the single is really quick. Singles right here. Same thing. All you have to do is quantity, add to cart, and then go through on the sale. So you just simply add to cart. It'll pop up right here. Go into your checkout, and there you go. So, okay, sorry. So that's all you would do. Hop on there. Let me view my cart really quick. Let me actually drop this, but that's exactly how you would do it. And at the end of it, obviously check out after you hit the term and agree, check out and everything. Just how you did your order earlier with when you got into the minis and into the practice squad. Same deal. You just hop on into the Join a Live Break page. Join a Live Break page. There we go. Now the internet wants to work with me. That's as simple as that. You hop into the vault. And as long as that break breaks, we'll have a chase wheel spin with your name thrown in there. And I'll also be right there with that one, Nick. So we say chase wheel spin on the day. That's right here. The very beginning of the show, I went to a wheel that determined what our chase wheel spin is on the day. That means simply if that category, if the practice squad gets broken into. I'll go with the example that we currently have up there. If anyone breaks into a black and blue half and half, your name is thrown into a randomized list. Same thing with a vault. Those names that are broken into get all tossed into a randomized list. After 7 times around, because our dice roll is 7, whoever's at the very top of that list is the winner of the chase wheel spin. Then from there, we go to another wheel. It's between 1 and 100. Whatever number you land on there, that determines a dollar amount, and that will go back to you in the form of a gift card. So if you hop into a vault, not only are you going to be able to keep those prizes that you win within said break, but also your name is going to be tossed into a chase wheel spin at the end of this 9 a.m. stream. That chase changes every single episode, every single stream that we have throughout the day. So again, that's at 9 a.m., 12 p.m., 3 p.m., and 6 p.m. And then, of course, UA After Dark on Fridays. So hop on in, folks. Let us know what you want to do. It's been a little lonely. Only did that one mini very early on. It was a pre-fill. Again, if any other questions, Nick, feel free. If I didn't clear anything enough for you, feel free. There's no silly questions here. We're all just people trying to help out and get some fresh threads, some fresh gear. So, well, you can be the cool guy with the cool man cave. That's basically the goal here. We have not broken any practice squad yet. We have not broken a practice squad. It's only been the mini double box so far on the day. And of course, as always, if you actually get the dub, I'm sure we always notify you through email. So at any point in time, if you're uncertain, you can always check back on the episodes, check back through the stream, or like a guy James did. If you're ever uncertain, just drop down your order number and we can see if that if it broke, or if it did break, we can see who won. So always willing to help here. Always willing to help. Like I said, you guys are the drivers here in the UA break room. We're simply here to rip open some boxes and have some fun. So whatever you guys want to do, that's what we're up for. Ready to rock and roll here in the UA break room. Like I said, similar numbers across the board. If we haven't had anything new or order number wise, I don't want to end too early, but again, I don't want to sit here and just stretch us out if we don't need to be. So I'll reassess what we're doing maybe around 10:30 if we got any new orders, anything that's closer to breaking. But like I said, everything's kind of been similar since we started up here. So let's see how the day goes. Let's keep continuing on. Let's power through. Like I mentioned, my goal for the day is let's get into that 1-4 and break open that Hulk Hogan. Or if you guys want to hop in that diamond section, I got to see that Derrick Henry. That purple looks mighty fine. Like I said, I'm on that side of I don't think that picture is going to do us enough justice. So we're going to need to get a little closer look. And the only way to do that is to break it into that box and see it. So we'll see how we're doing here, folks. Ready to rock and roll. Ooh. Well, oh man, it's been fun. Always good. Always fun talking sports in the morning.
Especially after a Game 7, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Let me take a look at that box score. I actually didn't really get a good enough look at who did what last night.
I know Tyrese Halliburton was 3 for 5 on his shots, and all 3 of them were 3, so 9 points. And then, of course, the rubber band snap has to happen. And both teams, as you were saying earlier, 11 threes throughout the game.
Yep.
Did you guys break practice squad yet? Nope, Nick. You'll see it when we do.
Yep.
We always do breaks live, so if you stay tuned in, you will get a chance to see it. And if you can't stay on, because I know we do 9 a.m. shows, noon shows, 3 p.m. and 6 p.m. all in Central Time here in the UA break room. If you can't jump on, you can always jump back in and ask by dropping an order number, just like James Paul did, so that we can go back and search to see if you won something in that break, or eventually, if you did win something and we're shipping it out to you, you'll be getting a tracking number with it. So there's always that.
So obviously, Benedict Mathurin and TJ McConnell, they knew what the problem. Or they knew that there was an assignment at hand, and again, just nothing from Miles Turner, and more than nothing from Obi Toppin, 0 points.
Yeah,
who was actually
he was doing great this series.
He was their third leading scorer in that series. Yeah. If you didn't know,
he got shut down in Game 7.
That is absolutely bonkers. 5 blocks for Chet Holmgren. He's gonna be a problem in the right way. Yeah, and then on all honesty, something I didn't know. I've said this multiple times. I can't participate in taking wagers on the NBA. However, if I were to hear this one, I would love to. This was actually a great one. Haven't had an NBA Finals game, Game 7, go over 200 points since 1963. So that would have been another good one. I saw that the total was at 217. I would have hammered that if I could have. That would have been the goal. And that's just even subtract the stats. Like, haven't had to go over 200 points since the 60s. Even then, I would just sat there and been like, it's going to be a rock fight no matter what. These two teams, pretty actually good defensively wise, and all the nerves and all that, extra human stuff that would have come in the sense, again, this all Game 7. I would have put in all those factors for that reason. So would have hammered the under if I could have, but I can't. That's okay. Is it way too early to sit here and say who's going to be back next year? Who's the who's the teams that's going to be in the finals next year? Or are we just going to hand it to OKC until further notice?
It's always a little too early, right? When it's the day after game.
Exactly. That is
final
always
game,
my
but-
favorite thing too.
But yeah, no, I think OKC comes back here easily. There's not a whole lot in the West right now, you know? I mean, and honestly, they could be, like you were saying before, this could be one of the worst OKC teams we see in the coming future with what they've got going for them.
Just because they have every draft pick on the way basically set up.
Yeah.
I'll argue again, maybe the Rockets get a little bit better just because they were already a 3 seed. They were already a 2 seed. Didn't have to give up Amin Thompson. Didn't have to give up other good young talent that they have. There we go. Yeah, awesome on the web. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, sometimes you just just check, making sure you're good on with your receipt. You should be all fine. Always checking up with that. But yeah, if you bought into a spot and it doesn't break yet, you're gonna maintain that spot till it gets broken into, my man. But otherwise, I can only hope the Timberwolves get better. That's wishful thinking. I think the Lakers are due to be a little bit less. Denver's probably not going to be up to par either.
Yeah.
Man. Sacramento, I just feel bad for Sabonis. That's all I just feel so bad for Domantas Sabonis. He could have been so good. You could just give him a team, give him some talent. Gives like 20-20 and 30-30 games, but you just can't get any help. Oh man, yeah, I think we're in consensus that OKC probably going to be the number 1 seed, probably for the foreseeable future on the West Coast side of things. Can someone take them down from the East? I mean, it's possible. Like I said, just saw the Pacers take them to 7. Cavaliers, if they'd not just fallen apart health-wise, they probably could have made a run for it as well. Boston will still essentially be the same team. See what the Knicks want to do. See if the Knicks want to get any better or improve or something like that. We'll see how that rolls. But definitely going to be a couple of decisions that maybe need to be made with Giannis on the Bucks side of things. The Pistons are probably they'll be better. The Pistons will be better. I don't think they'll be probably like a 3 or 4 seed next year. Magic probably trickle into actual seeding this year with the Desmond Bane trade. Not going to sit here and say they're going to jump to 1, but maybe they actually get to the 6 mark and don't have to worry about a play-in. Bulls will be in the play-in. Yeah.
That's about all we got going for us.
Might be
Chicago.
yeah, exactly. Might be OKC for a little bit, folks. I'm looking really quick at some draft rankings for the NHL. That obviously coming up
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday. It says with number 3 is James Higgins. Would that be? He's a forward. Would that be someone the Blackhawks are considering?
Yeah, it almost looks like they're leaning more towards Caleb Desnoyers or Porter Martone,
Okay.
who are sitting at 4 and 5. I think it's going to fill more so what the Blackhawks need as far as like they pride themselves on guys that can skate really well. Skating has always been a top concern for the Blackhawks organization, but they also want some size. So I'm not sure. I haven't even looked at James Higgins' stats, but I don't know if he has the size that Martone and Desnoyers have. But if Michael Misa could fall to that 3 spot, it's a no-brainer. I think you'd take Michael Misa. But then again, I say it with such confidence, and this draft does not have like a clear-cut number 1 guy. I mean, for a while it was James Higgins touted as going number 1, and he slowly slid down the list. And now you're looking at Matthew Schaefer, and some people even have Michael Misa sitting up top there. So it kind of stinks for the Blackhawks to be in that position right now because you were the second worst team in the league this year. You were hoping to get that number 2 overall pick at the very least and not drop at all. But the Islanders sneak all the way up from like, I think they jumped like 10 spots to get to that number 1 pick. So, that throws a wrench in some plans, but we'll see.
Yeah, maybe I'm just on a bad site. I can't find any like direct stats that are right in front of me. Okay, this Boston College stats: 37 games played, 11 goals, 26 assists, 37 points, and a plus minus of plus 21.
Yeah.
Can you translate that to me in NBA terms?
So
No, I'm just kidding.
Plus 21. I mean, it's kind of the same as in basketball, where like you're on the court you're on the ice in this case for more goals for than goals against. 21 times or so. So that means he's a fact. I mean, plus minus can be skewed. As far as points go, it's tough to really gauge things because depending on, so like in this case, he played at college. So in the number of games that he played at college, he's playing against some of the top talent in the U.S., and they come from all over. So, I mean, college is becoming more the route, but there is still like juniors up in Canada, like OHL, QMJHL, and WHL that, those stats are different there. You're not necessarily playing against grown men, but even like I can't even say like college you're playing against grown men.
Well, no, yeah, he's 18 years old.
Yeah,
it's gonna be tough.
But an 18-year-old to be posting those kind of numbers, I mean, it doesn't jump off the page to me, but it's definitely something to look at, and it's something that I'm trying to think of a good comparison in the NBA because it's not like a clear cut like Cooper Flag type thing, but I'd say definitely higher than like I think Matas Buzelis was expected, and he's done pretty well with the Bulls. So these guys are going to do. They may not crack an NHL roster on day one, but give them a year or two, and I think they'll be mainstays.
Okay, I like that. I also like that our practice squad double box is 3 to go now.
Yeah.
So I'll drop that link down below again, guys. Practice squad double box is 3 to go. Still 5 to go on that Vault quad box. Like I said, I was gonna reassess, see where we're at that 10:30 mark. Now we're halfway to go on those jerseys. You can drop that link down below as well. So I hate to get out of here and have these things be halfway full, but we'll stick around for a bit and see what we're looking at. Like I said, we'll see if more people buying into spots will buy more time is essentially what's going to happen. So jerseys are 4 to go. 4 to go. Take that. Buy your time here, folks. If you want to see us stick around and potentially open up some breaks before we get out of here, let's get these spots broken into. Like I said, those would be the closest to get into besides the 1 and 4. Like I mentioned, that 4 to go, halfway to go on the jerseys, 3 to go on that practice squad at double box. Black and blue half and half and the Vault are still our chase wheel spins on the day. Have not broken into either one of those just yet. So unfortunately, as we speak, could change. But as of now, no chase wheel spin just yet. Just yet. Like I said, I'm banking that we get at least one of those done before our time is up here. Like I said, 5 to go on that quad box, 6 to go on that double box for the Vault. Single is wide open, folks. Wide open. 14 people across the board here in our UA Break page on the Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook side of things. Make sure we're liking, sharing, subscribing, growing this break page, growing the community so we can make these breaks go faster and faster and faster each and every day. Oh, yeah. Looking good, folks. Looking good. All the way around. Yeah, already, like I said, ESPN, way too early power rankings for 2025, 2026. Yeah. Let's see where we're at. OKC number 1. T-Wolves number 2. All right, I like that. Denver, they got Denver at 3. Cavaliers at 4. Rockets at 5. Bumping the Pacers up to 6. Oh, we'll see about that one. Knicks at 7. Golden State at 8. The Lakers at 9. I'm not sold on that one. Clippers at 10.
I don't know about that.
I think if anything, the Pistons I would if I could, grab some real estate in the Pistons or route. They might be on the jump. Boston's fallen down to 12. Magic up to 13. Mavericks at 14. Memphis at 15. So the Bulls not making the top in the top half of the league. Bucks at 16. 17 for the Spurs. 18 for the Heat. 19 for the Hawks. Where do the Bulls fall? Oh, they're 23rd. Okay, let's see.
Yikes. Yeah.
And again, a very accurate / I don't know if it was maybe. Okay, yeah. They were. No, they didn't miss the playoffs. So maybe this is the prediction of what the result is going to be, and it's going to be another accurate prediction because it says eliminated in the play-in tournament. So that might be again the route of what the Bulls might be working with again.
Boy, can't wait for the 4th year in a row loss to the Heat.
The Bulls have finished with the same record in consecutive years and have lost in the play-in tournament to the Heat in 3 straight years, but don't expect big changes in the Chicago Bulls offense. The Bulls will look to re-sign Josh Giddey, who'll be a restricted free agent, and hope to build off a strong final 2 months with their collection of young players around him, including lottery picks Modest Buzelis and the number 12 pick in this upcoming draft. So we'll see what the Bulls can do. Bulls picks this year are going to be the 12th overall pick and that 45th overall pick from Sacramento. So, oh boy. Not fun. Not fun. Not fun. At least on the Bulls side of things. I don't know. And again, it's always so different, like the publicity, this coverage of like the NFL draft feels like it's an event. Like it's a full weekend. Everyone and their mother prepares for it from what feels like weeks in advance. And the NFL draft and the NBA draft and the NHL draft just kind of feels like it's just like, boom, it's here.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay. All right.
I mean, there's a lot of talk that goes into it. Another thing too is this is the first year for the NHL that it is a decentralized draft.
Okay.
Like they do for majority of the other sports now at this point. But
which means if you can
so there's not like an actual location that the draft is.
Okay.
Like all the teams are meeting up and stuff like that. Last year it was in Vegas at the Sphere. Mm-hmm. The year before that it was down in Nashville, which I was at that one. That was a lot of fun. But there's all the different teams represented on the floor, and there's a stage. And when they make the draft picks, they actually walk up on stage. It's going to be more like the NFL, where they'll be broadcasting it from somewhere, but all the respective teams are going to be in their respective markets. All these draft picks are going to just be sitting at home. There'll probably be a camera on them, and they'll be, getting up, hugging family off the couch and stuff like that. But I don't know if that's going to stick around. Like, I feel like everybody wants to go and see an actual draft spectacle at a place. So the NHL might be a one-and-done decentralized draft and then go back to something cool.
I mean, I think it's an added event. It helps out, the city itself, whatever may be the host of whatever that draft is. I think, like I said, it helps out the town, helps out the businesses. They actually, just gaining revenue in that city is pretty cool. So yeah, to not have a physical draft somewhere at this day and age is kind of crazy. But right. I can still see the benefits of both. Either which way, because like I said, and then from that end, like it. I guess it becomes more of a responsibility for the community to like, oh, hey, we're gonna have a viewing party here. Like, hey, let's have it. Because that's what they had at the barn. Is that what they call it?
I think they
had it at the Salt Shed.
A Salt Shed was 2 years ago with Connor Bedard.
Yep.
I don't know where they had one last year. That might have been the barn. You might be right. And I have heard of one this year, but I forgot where it was. But I mean, that one's gonna be even more packed because all the people that were maybe considering on going to wherever the draft was. they're probably only going to be looking at this party now at this point. So I'm just going to be I'm going to be at the White Sox game and also calling into our buddy Dalton's podcast as they do a live draft coverage. So that'll be cool. But yeah, all the pomp and circumstance happens, right then and there.
Yeah.
How do I
Willard
watch-
asked, how do I watch the 9 a.m. live break show? You're doing it right now, my friend. This is the 9 a.m. live break show right now. We're live. We started off at 9. It is right now 10:40 Central Standard Time. Like I said, we kick off at 9 a.m., 12 p.m., 3 p.m., and 6 p.m. all here on the Central Standard Time. If you ever need on the YouTube side of things, is a nice little playback. That's probably the easiest and best way to watch to rewind on the YouTube side of things. But I would always say Twitch side might be the most up to date / the most like timely if you want to watch it through that end. So yeah, every 9 a.m. we're right here Monday through Sunday, Sunday through Monday, Sunday through Friday, every single day.
Yeah. Willard,
Sears says, have you seen the rumors of Connor McDavid could be traded to the Tampa Bay Lightning? Being a Lightning fan, love that idea. Just cannot trade any of our big three.
I doubt it happens. I know, some of the post-season press conferences that McDavid, was asked about the future of where he's going to be. Like, he was very facetious and stuff like that. But I think a lot of that is just because, he doesn't want to get caught saying one thing or another without talking to his agent first, and they got to hash out all the details and stuff. So do I see him leaving Edmonton? Probably not. But, I mean, that would be a blockbuster of a trade if it was. That might surpass any Luka trade or the original Gretzky trade out of Edmonton, because I mean you're talking about a guy. Yes, he's 9 years into his career, but he's in his prime, and anybody that can put a team around that guy, which the Edmonton Oilers have not fully done, they're gonna win a cup. Somebody's gonna win a cup if they can put something around him, and the Lightning already would have something, so that'd be crazy.
Connor McDavid, 28 years old.
Oh yeah. He's still got another 10 years.
Oh yeah, exactly. I wasn't trying to make the. Yeah, I think exactly right. I was agreeing with you. He's in the prime. He's ready to roll.
Oh yeah. Sears Home Service is saying the NFL draft is almost like Super Bowl week. Yeah, honestly, with how much buildup there is towards it, I would say even more so, because it's not just that week leading up. I mean, they're talking about the draft for almost a whole month or two.
Just about.
And there's all the draft analysis. And I think you can break down an NFL draft more so than you can break down almost any other sports draft, because in other sports, like, you can have, like, especially in hockey, you can draft a forward and then decide whether or not he's going to be a winger or a center later on. Like, in the NFL, sometimes it doesn't come down to whoever's the best player on the board. It's what does that team need?
Yeah.
So that's what really brings in an interesting factor to that. Willard was asking about that 9 a.m. live break. He did get a spot. It's his first ever spot. So welcome to the break page. He got a spot in the Jersey break. That has not gone yet. So we're still in the 9 a.m. show. That has not broken yet. We have to wait till all 8 spots are taken up for us to go ahead and dive in there. So your spot is still valid. We don't know who the winner is yet, but don't worry. If it doesn't break here in the 9 a.m. show, it will carry over into the noon show. However, there are 3 spots to go in that Jersey break, so we should get a Jersey break in here. And there are 2 spots in that practice squad double. So if we can jump in the practice squad and close that out, I mean, let's
close it out, folks. Get the ball across the goal line, get that double box all wrapped up and ready to roll. And like you mentioned, 3 to go in that jersey. Exactly right, Mike. Just because you got a spot at the 9 a.m. hour doesn't mean it gets null and void just because we go into the 12. It carries on throughout the entire day. So wouldn't be the case, but for any reason, if you bought a spot at 9 a.m. and it didn't break till 6 p.m., you're still gonna be in that break. So that's basically that. Everything carries over from the 9 a.m. to the 12, from the 12 to the 3, from the 3 to the 6. So all safe, ready to roll. Like I said, if you ever have a question of like, hey, did this break into? Did I win? Straight up, did I win? Just maybe have your order number on standby, and we can always let you know. So there you go. Always willing to help you guys out here. Like I said, hopefully we can help me, help you, help me. And like I said, let's get the jersey filled up. Let's get that practice squad double box filled up too.
Babule buying into the jerseys. Now they're down to 2 spots.
Ooh,
to
it's
go.
a race, folks. Head to head. 2 spots left in both. Who's going to be the big winner? Is it going to be the Joyce's? Yeah, no problem. Again, Willard, if there's anything I'm not clear on, if there's any questions that you have, please feel free. No silly questions. Want to clear this up as much as possible because I want you to come back and enjoy, obviously. Because, like I said, this has been we got some people that love this place and stick around. So why this be a mainstay for you as well, my man? Stick around, grow your sports memorabilia collection through us. That'd be the goal here.
I also recommend checking out on our break page since you already bought in. I'm sure you're familiar with how to get to the break page. There is a video that explains some of the breaks in there too. So give that a watch. It should clear things up if you have any questions. But like Nick said, feel free to shoot them our way as well if you need to.
Yeah. There's a nice explanation at the top of the break page as well. But like I said, if like Mike just mentioned, if you're like, yeah, you know what? I'm not into reading's cool, but I'm more of a visual guy. There's got that YouTube video right there that explains exactly what you just said.
No doubt. So 2 to go in the practice squad double and 2 to go in the jerseys, guys. Which one's going to break first? Who's going to be our hero breaking both of those? As soon as we can break both of those.
Who's going to be our George Michael? Who's going to be our hero?
Yeah, right.
Is that I think he sings that song.
We'll get some boxes out here. We'll get some winners. And what's not to not love, you know?
Oh, Enrique Iglesias. My apologies. Not I could be your hero, baby.
Oh yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah. Dan Soder does a good bit on that song. It's just like they used to use it for like inspirational things, like, but that song is just like really down and dirty. Like that's not for the it's not for the reasons that some people use that song that song to. Some people are little cuckoo bananas. Let's see. Like I said, still a race. 1 to go in the practice squad double box. So who's going to be, like I said, who's going to reach the ball across the goal line? Who's going to get us there?
Very close.
Practice squad double box gets a 1-slot lead over that Joyce's, who are also 2 to go. Let's say 2 to 1. Who can get it done? Antonio says, just bought some spots. Wish me luck, fellas. Are you hosting the 12? I am not. We're not going to be here for the 12 p.m. show. That'll be Colin and Steven.
Yes.
Yes. So Colin on the hosting side, Steven on the producing side. If you ever need us in the morning also, we're tag teaming on Sunday morning as well. That just happened. But yeah, otherwise, you're here also throughout the week, 9 a.m.s, correct?
Yes. Yeah, I'll be here 9 a.m. All Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then I'll also be here for the noon on Friday.
Trying to copy and paste and try to get the jerseys with my gift card saying it's not valid.
Gift card saying it's not valid. Let me check the gift cards in here. Ty Percival. I'm seeing everything is fine with the gift card. I don't know why it would not let you. It has a gift card number. It says it's active. So, not sure on that one. Copy and paste to buy out the jerseys with my gift card and saying it's not valid. I'd maybe try it one more time with a different break and see. Not sure why.
Yeah, like I said, everything on our end looks like it's,
Yeah,
we
because
have the little green marks next to everything, so everything's kind of
this one
good
was
to
from
go.
last night, so that's different. But like these two, I sent this morning as well to Steven and Ronnie. Those are active.
Okay.
So
Yeah, have yet to see that one. So as like I said, on our end, it says everything's active. Everything should be good to go.
yeah,
I don't want to, just simply, it could be as simple as might have incorrectly typed it in. I would just maybe double check just in case. But
he said he copied and pasted it.
Okay,
I'm not sure. Yeah, give it another go, Ty. I'm not sure what to
Yeah.
tell you. If it continues, I'll let our customer service end of things know.
Yeah, exactly
And,
right. If for any reason, if it doesn't go through like that, we'll probably cancel that and then we'll resend another one. But
Probably,
Just trial and error. Keep trying with that one. Otherwise, when we do hop off, we'll talk to customer service in the behind the scenes thing, and we'll make sure everything's clarified up and everything ready to roll. Because obviously, wouldn't want you lingering on because we've been hey, it's an $800 gift card when I get to you right away.
Yeah.
Maybe just in case, I don't know. Still, like I said, still refreshing. 1 to go. Who wants to be the closer right there? Wants to get some closer magic. Still 2 to go on those jerseys. Yeah, that's really a head scratcher. If you want, I can hold on the fort if you want to run really quickly just to see if anyone's out there to run that question by, just as long as we're out here. But that's completely up to you.
Well, we might have a break coming up here.
Okay.
So I'll do it after. It looks like our jerseys have closed out. Yep.
Alrighty.
That would be Willard jumping back in there with 2 more spots.
Cool.
So we're going to get a jersey break in here. Yeah,
Jersey.
We're almost at the end of the show as well. So, we'll get out of here before the noon guys get in here and give them some time to set up. I will poke somebody in between and see what their thoughts are.
All right, but in the meantime, we're going to do jersey break number 3. If you are in said break, please drop me a box number. Or, of course, we can always suggest the wheel. You can hit the wheel as well. That would be preferably anyone in this break. Like I mentioned, Larry, Willard, James, Antonio, Brian, or Robert. That would be the names to drop us a box number. Otherwise, a wheel suggestion, and we can hit the wheel. Essentially a fresh brand new set of 30 minus 8 and 9, I believe it was. So all the boxes are basically ready to roll. And 24. I see 24.
24 from Bob.
Slips in right before that wheel suggestion. So we're going to go with 24.
While we're doing this jersey break, guys, make sure we got 1 to go in the practice squad. We can go ahead and close that out so we don't have to wait. We get right to it.
Here we are. Box 24. Box 24. But we need everyone's name, and we're going to go around 7 times to determine our divisions. And hopefully, in the meantime, we get that one last double box break slot figured out. That would be the goal. 5 times, 6 times, 7 times to determine our division. So there we have it, folks. Robert Boulay sitting at the NFC North. Brian Nagy, you have the NFC South. Willard, you have the NFC East and the NFC West and the AFC North. Antonio, you have the AFC South. James, you have the AFC East. And Larry, you have the AFC West. Good luck, everybody. Good luck, good luck, good luck. As we're ready to rock and roll, like I mentioned, box number 24. Bang, bang. Suggested by our man, Jersey Slime. Ready to go, ready to go. We're looking for a slew of names. CeeDee Lamb, Bo Nix, Ed Reed, Baker Mayfield, Jason Taylor, Mike Ditka, Coach, LeSean McCoy, Nico Collins, Fred Warner, and then our secondary headliners include Deshaun Jackson and Frank Gore and Odell Beckham Jr. Woohoo. Nice. Nice. It's a fun one. I personally don't get to see this one every now and again, so it's fun to see this. And again, sucker for blue can't go wrong. From the New York Giants, it's Mario Manningham.
Ooh.
Mario Manningham on the Giants threads. Like that. It's an NFC East hit. It's going to go to our man, Willard Johnson.
Oh, congratulations, my guy.
So what? Not his first order, but one of our first-time buyers here for sure. Mario Manningham, going to you, my man. Pull this out. Let me show it to you. Got the signature right here on the 8, and then on the same number down below, that Beckett cert lets you know if you scan that with your smart device. It'll let you know where and when Mario Manningham signed this bad boy. Where you signed this where you signed this jersey. A nice thing, nice look. And again, for those wondering at home, it is an XL.
That is a cool one.
But that is nice.
see
Can't go
that
wrong
name.
with the classic Giants threads right there. He says maybe the best completion in Super Bowl history, Eli to Mario. That could be the case for sure. I mean, between him and that David Tyree, the helmet catch, I mean, yeah. Probably one of the best catches of all time. It's crazy how many of some of the best catches of all time have all been Giants.
Yeah, no,
About
yeah.
Odell,
yeah.
Tyree catch. I mean, just absolutely bonkers. So, nice hit right there, Willard. Way to be Mario Manningham. Going to you, my man, in the jerseys. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. Absolutely insane.
Those jerseys are back open for you on the
Nice.
break page. And like I said, we're still 1 to go in that practice squad double, guys. Can we get that
Yeah.
closed out?
No reason to have that not be filled out by the time we get done with this episode. By the time we get done with this 9 a.m. Stream, I'm willing to stay on for a little bit. We can, obviously. 11:45 is technically our cutoff time, just to switch over, cross T's, dot I's. But again, no reason to have that double box just sit there lingering with 1 to go. So again, be a little selfish. Sorry, Steven. Sorry, Colin. It's gonna be ours. I'm taking that double box. We want to rip that double box here. No reason to have the cats at 12 p.m. The lazy ones, the ones that wake up way later. We got our 9 a.m. early birds here. They want to see some stuff. There you go. Good stuff right there. Willard Johnson going home with Mario Manningham. Get the box number, Willard. Uh-oh. There we go. There we go, guys and gals. Let's go ahead and fill up that last spot in the double box for the practice squad. I know our guy Nick, not me, our other guy Nick, was looking to get that filled up and broken into, so let's get that done. Then just more added fun because it's a double box.
No doubt.
Good stuff right there, folks. And then still, like I said, with those jerseys, that takes us down to still now 12 headliners on 27 boxes. So adding a little bit better to that headliner to box ratio, folks. So keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. Like I said, 1 to go still in that practice squad double. I want to see. I want to refresh and see that red sold out sign next to that double box for the practice squad. And man, oh man, they're gonna give you a lot of time to refresh because this is a little slow right now today. 1 to go in that double box still, folks. Just get it across the goal line. We got 23 people here. I think one of you can for sure get it done. One person to reach the ball across the goal line and get us into this double box practice squad. Let me show you really quick what we're working with here in said practice squad. Like I mentioned, that Emmitt Smith on the football, Myles Garrett on the Salute to Service Cleveland Browns authentic, Michael Irvin on the U and the University of Miami authentic right there. Ed Reed on the new school and that new logo for the Ravens right there. Love that to match the gold ink with the gold trim on the face mask. Even like I said, on the logo on the outside of it, still all that same gold tone. Brian Dawkins on the licensed jersey right there. Devontae Adams on his new squad, the LA Rams. He's gonna be joining Matthew Stafford and Puka Nacua over there on the West Coast. That ought to be fun to watch. Then rounding us out, we got still the Tyreek Hill on the Rave. And then secondary headliners include Steve Largent and Rodney Harrison. So looking good in that practice squad mixer. If you want to close out this, what do you mean? What do I have to do? You already won, so all you gotta do, if all you gotta do is kick your feet up and wait for our shipping to go ahead and send it out to you. But if in terms of What do you have to do to get this double box filled? All you got to do is press add to cart, go through the shipping process, and go through the checkout process, and then bang, that double box slot is all yours, my friend. But like I mentioned, once you place your checkout and get a spot, and when you end up winning it, all you got to do is put your feet up and wait till that delivery shows up in your doorbell and your doorstep. So it's smooth sailing from here, my man. Like I said, keep participating, keep getting into breaks, and we'll keep going. Ready to rock and roll. One spot still in that practice squad single or practice squad double. 5 to go on that diamond double. Still halfway to go on that quad box for the Camus 1-4, fully ready to roll in that double box. Come on, guys. 1 to go. I should not see the number 1. I should see a sold out red, sold out sign. Come on, folks. And half is looking good. That is one of our breaks that we can get into for a chase wheel spin, as well as the vault. Freshly stocked up now in the jerseys, ready to roll there if anyone wants to run it back on another jersey. It's working for the practice squad, he says, but I'm driving and can't reach my card to pay the tax. LOL, I tried.
That's okay, Ty. I'd rather you be safe than, trying to jump in there and have something bad happen. So
yeah, of course. Yeah. That's
don't
safety first, of course.
Yeah.
It's all fun and games, but of course, safety first at the end of the day.
There should not be an expiration date on that gift card either.
Yeah, no.
So you can use that whenever.
It'll be A-okay, my man. How long is the drive? Maybe we can hold out.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I mean, listen. I mean, I'm all for jumping in here. That's what I always preach: is jump in here and get your spots early, but do it safely too.
Yes, absolutely. Hey, sorry, my man Ty, but that red sold out sign is there. Unless it is you, we'll have to see. But that double box practice squad is sold out. So what does that mean, folks? We're gonna go ahead and get into that practice squad double.
That was Demetrius Coleman coming in to close that up.
So we're going to go with the practice squad double box number 3.
Yeah,
that might be.
That's tough.
Yeah, again.
That
maybe focus. Well, we can let you focus on that for a little bit.
Yeah.
However, when you get some time, always come back to the break room.
Yeah,
that sounds much more. Much more, like I said, like the attention should be on that. So.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, I know Ty's always driving for work. So,
oh man, that just sounds heavy. Yeah. So practice squad double box number 3, please drop 2 box numbers. Preferably, if you are in said break, please drop 2 box numbers for this practice squad double box. If you are Brian, Scott, Rami, Antonio, or Demetrius, those would be 87,000 pounds, my man.
Woo. Yeah, I can bench that. Yeah,
that sounds expensive. I'll be honest.
I could squat that. Yeah.
Antonio says wheel for both. Ask and you shall receive.
All right.
So let's go ahead and do that. Practice squad, like we mentioned, basically stocked up for all 30. If we need be, we'll go and do a picker wheel, but we'll head on over to the 1 for a 1 of 30. We'll get our numbers from there. There we go. Wheel times 2 per our man Antonio. Rolling with box number 6 or whatever might be closest. We have box number 6, so that'll be coming off the board. It's box number 6 and box number 9. Okay, so 6 and 9, and we have both of those, so cool.
All right.
Awesome possum. Coming off the board. Grabbing everyone's name, because we got to go around 7 times to determine our divisions here, folks. All righty. All right, my friends. Ramel San Jose, you have your first-time buyer as well. Let us know what's your squad, who you're chasing after. How did you hear about the UA Break Room? We can always help you and point you in the right direction. Ramil San Jose, you have the NFC North. Brian Nagy, you have the NFC South. Scott, you have the NFC East. Antonio, our wheel caller, turning into our box caller, has the NFC West. Scott, once again, you have the AFC North. Back to you, Brian, into the AFC South. Antonio, again, our wheel caller, into the AFC East. And Demetrius, our closer magic, closer right there, he has the AFC West to round us out there. Boxes number 6 and boxes number 9. And there's nothing funny about that combination of numbers. Ready to rock and roll. Good luck, everybody. Ty says good luck as well. Good luck, good luck, good luck as we hop into this practice squad. Like I said, 9 headliners with now 17 boxes after we rip these bad boys out. Let's see what we're working with. One of the hardest hitting defenders to ever lace them up. Tough one right here for sure. Oh yeah. This one a different one from what I've seen. From the New Orleans Saints. It's gonna be Rod Woodson. Oh, sorry. My apologies. This is not a New Orleans lid. This is a Purdue lid. There we go. When you only see the front end like this, gives you a little bit of New Orleans Saints vibes, and then you whip it around, bang, the Purdue Boilermakers logo right there, right in front of you. That makes the sense. That makes more sense right there. So I believe just to be for certain, Rod Woodson, I believe Steelers. That don't want to jump off and say AFC North right away, but I'm gonna go ahead and confirm. Rod Woodson played a majority of his career. I think all of his career probably on the Pittsburgh. Yeah, Pittsburgh. 10 years out of his 17-year career. So that's going to be an AFC North hit. That is going to go to Scott Freed. Thank you very much. Sorry, I wasn't looking at the right one.
You're good. I got you. Very nice.
There you go. Rod Woodson on the Boilermakers lid, on the Boilermakers replica. Love that. Switching things up. Like I said, we get that Michael Irvin. It's a nice little smorgasbord here in the practice squad. So write that up really quick. Scott Freed going home with the Rod Woodson replica. But we are not done, folks. Just that is just one box of the 2. There we go. Nice hit right there. Our boy Scott. And keep it out for now. This is our currently only regular size helmet out and about. And really quickly, for our guy, Scott, Beckett cert on the back. Scan that with your smart device. Find out where and when Rod Woodson signed that bad boy.
Yeah.
Box number 9 here. Second box here in this double box break. And then, of course, we'll take another look at the break room, assess where we're at, numbers wise, slot wise, and see how long we're gonna stay on for afterward. But again, unfortunately, as of right now, no Chase wheel spin until we potentially get on out of this break. We'll see how that goes after. So, see how we're rocking and rolling. Hoo-hoo. If you know, you know, with these big cloth bags, of course.
Oh yeah.
Hey, this ought to be some fun. We're going to stay in the college realm.
Oh, okay.
Because it's going to be all about the U, baby. All about the U. Michael Irvin coming out right here on this University of Miami Authentic. Absolutely gorgeous. Love that. Like this. Oh, my goodness. Like a nice matte white right there. Slick and sleek. Bang, bang, bang. Michael Irvin. Absolute dog. Like I said, switching it up. You always see him on the cowboy gear. Every now and again, you get to see him on some University of Miami gear. So love to see it right here. Same thing, Beckett start on the back. You scan that bad boy with your smart device, figure out when and where Michael Irvin signed this bad boy. And this is gorgeous. This is a nice piece right here. And that had a nice headliner hit once again. That's going to go to our man in the NFC East. It's going to go Scott Fried again. So doubling
Guess
up
who just
in
doubled up? Yep.
the less traditional sense, but got 2 spots and able to hit both. So love seeing that. Scott Fried going home with two college dogs right here.
Yeah.
Two legends. Like I said, I'll represent their alma mater. And Michael Irvin on the University of Miami, and Rod Woodson here on the Purdue Boilermakers. Nice thing too. Little replica love, a little bit authentic right there too. Love seeing that.
That's awesome. Congratulations, Scott. I mean, stealing the competition. He had 2
Exactly right.
spots. He won with each of them. Very cool.
So let's quickly take a look. Let me write you up really quick there. Again there, Scott. Congrats. Would have been probably in the same order too, yeah. Nice. So, you know what? We get 2 spots and kill it all in the same spot. There you go. Way to be. There you go. Nice hit. So let's quickly hit the break page, see what we're working with. We'll assess where we're at. If we're close on anything, we'll hold off. But otherwise, if we're about, 6-7 to go here, 6-7 to go here, we'll probably hold off, cross some T's, dot some I's, and get everything nice and organized for the 12 p.m. show.
Yeah, I will say the closest thing we are is 5 spots to go in the quad for the vault.
And that's been the same since we started.
Yeah, and then of course, the 1 and 4s always start at 4, so it's a little deceiving. But one of them, the quad box for the 1 and 4 is at 2 to go, but that's still a pretty big break price-wise. Yeah. Other than that, we're pretty much wide open.
Gotcha. Well, in that sense, we're going to go ahead and probably hop off for a quick second. Obviously, are you going to go silver? We're going to go gold and silver right here? Gold, silver? Yeah, or silver gold, depending on how you want it. I only just assume because authentic over rep.
What was throwing me off is because that's actual color gold. But nah, I love Purdue, but I gotta go with an authentic, especially when it is on that lunar-esque base of that matte white. Really love that, and Michael Irvin's such a legendary player, so gotta go with him.
Yeah. Glad to see that exactly right for pulling out of the headliners. Glad I was able to pull out the U, baby. One of my favorite 30 for 30s as well. So, guys and gals, we're going to go ahead and reset, reload, get everything ready for the 12 o'clock hour. Is that practice squad 1? This was in the double box. So I think you might be in the single. The single has not broken yet, my man.
Right, yeah.
So don't worry, like I mentioned, it's that's also one of the things to do here, Nick. I quickly before we hop off, I'll let you in on a little bit some insights sometimes. If you're not sure about, hey, maybe the double box is going to break first, or maybe the single or the quad is going to break first. If you can, if the funds allow you to, try and have a spot in all 3, because like I said, you might not know which one's going to break into first. Yeah, again, Nick. There's 2 different categories. There's the double box, there's the quad box, and then there's the single. So you might, I believe, is he in on the single?
He is in on the single.
So you are in on the single practice squad, which is still 7 to go?
Yes. Yeah, he's the only one in there.
Okay. So that's the difference, my man. So we have the same series, but there's 3 different sets of them. There's a single box break that we do, a double box break, and a quad box break. So if you fall into the single box break, we're only going to rip a single box when that one singular slot, that one break opens. But the double box opened first. So that means everyone that was in the double box bought into a double box spot. So like I said, best way to attack the break page sometimes, if you're not certain what's gonna break first, or what maybe the quad, the single, or the double, what's gonna break amongst that, try and do your best to sprinkle throughout if you can. That would probably be the best bet. So there you have it. That's the way to go.
Nick, we're telling you do have a spot. Yeah. It's just in the single box break. We just did a double, so that was a higher price point. So that's a completely different break. Same series, it's the practice squad, but that one closed out first. So in order for, it doesn't matter what time you purchase the spots, the break itself, all 8 spots have to close for us to go and dive into the boxes.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to, it hasn't sold out yet.
Yeah.
So you're in there. Nobody else is in there with you. Maybe the community here, we have a great UA community. They can jump on in there and help you out a little bit, but that'll probably break in the noon show.
Exactly right. So there you have it, folks. If you want to get that broken into, help out Nick, get that practice squad single broken into so he can get his spot broken into. Otherwise, like I said, if you're interested and want to get some other spots broken into, spread it out, spread the love, get it all throughout in there in that break spot. Any other final lasting thoughts, questions, or concerns, my man?
No.
Alrighty.
It was a great show, and good to see you all. Good to see a lot of new names in here. Welcome to the Ultimate Autographs Break Room, and stick with us for a little bit. You will get your winnings eventually.
Exactly right. Couldn't have said it better myself. Exactly right. Brand new faces, loving the break page, love that it's growing, making sure we're liking, sharing, subscribing. Back again in about 45 minutes in the 12 p.m. show. Again, 12 p.m., 3 p.m., and 6 p.m. for the remainder of the day. Take care, guys. We'll see you in just a little bit.